Kent here from Market Raise Repeat. And I want to show you how, if I was starting a business and I wanted to reach investors on LinkedIn, what I would do and the three main levers you need to pull to make your LinkedIn marketing efforts successful, right? So, what you need to understand is there's basically, I think, three components to finding people on LinkedIn, no matter what business you're in, right? And so, essentially, these are the components. It's having the audience, right? Knowing the people who can invest with you are out there and are active on LinkedIn, right? Because if they're not out there and they're not active, it doesn't matter how much marketing you do, right? They're not going to respond because they're not there. Okay, that's the first component. The second component is having the right content, right? Because if you send out the right message and the right people see it, it will elicit a response, right? It will help them build a connection with you, and it will help you bring them into your bigger marketing funnel that that's the way we call it, a marketing funnel. And I think the final piece is having the right profile. So when you have the right profile and it's designed to speak to that person who is your ideal investor, they're much more likely to send a direct message, right? To like your comment, your content, or to download your lead magnet, right? And all those, we call those little micro commitments, right? All those little micro commitments slowly inch that investor towards having a phone call with you where you can do your work of building the relationship, because I know that's what a lot of syndicators and developers are good at. They're relationship people. They don't want to spend time doing marketing. So I'm kind of helping you fill in that piece of the puzzle, right? I'm helping you fill that gap. So let me show you an example in a niche that is totally viable on LinkedIn for anybody who's raising capital. So if you're one of these people who came from a W-2 background, right? So maybe you're a pharmacist. I know a few, I've spoken with a few who are pharmacists and they got into multifamily real estate, right? If you're a pharmacist and you have a specific profile like I've made for Fran here, then that's like the first stepping stone, right? So, you position yourself to reach out to pharmacists as someone like Fran, and you come up with a specific little, this is basically your selling point, right? So if you're like Fran, you say, I help retail pharmacists build passive income with multifamily real estate so they never have to work in big box stores again, right? So if you know anything about pharmacy, right? Like I have friends who are pharmacists. They make good money, but they hate pharmacy. It's like basically a glorified customer service job for a lot of people. So, if you're targeting, right? If you're targeting investors who are pharmacists because they're high income individuals, right? These kind of LPs, and they are struggling with that in their everyday life, they're going to respond to you, okay? So that's the first piece of the puzzle, is having, that specific profile. The second piece of the puzzle is knowing, are those investors out there? Are they active on LinkedIn, right? And so if we go here, when we do a search in Sales Navigator for pharmacist, right, we get 50,000 results, okay? So I'm not going to go through all the rigmarole and like the details of how you do this, because that's what I teach people who are my clients, and it wouldn't be fair to them. But they're out there on LinkedIn, right? So you have the two important pieces of the puzzle now, right? You have a specific profile that lets that person know you are for them. You also know that there's an audience of people who are active here, right? Okay. And the last piece of the puzzle is content, right? So I'm not going to go into content writing. This is supposed to be like a short 5-minute video, but I just wanted to show you that, if you are someone who is trying to like get your business started, and you're hearing your coaches talk about LinkedIn on masterminds and in these coaching calls and stuff, I'm kind of like, I want to take it a little step further and show you, this is what's out there for you if you know how to market your business, which is really, when you're starting any business out, marketing is like one of the biggest levers you can pull aside from product market fit, because you have to make people aware of your business, right? You got to get your name out there. You got to be constantly advertising. So I just wanted to use this video today in lieu of a kind of my regular written email, just to kind of show you guys what's happening on my end. I talk about like marketing and a lot and stuff, but I haven't given you much insight into like how I do it. So I just wanted to share this with you. So if I hope you found this helpful. And just as a recap, if you want to get started on LinkedIn, before you start, you pay some ghostwriter $3K a month or whatever it is you're paying, or you pay some, someone, a mastermind group. Just think of these three things. Is my market here, right? Okay. Is my profile optimized to talk to that market? Okay. And am I writing content that appeals to that market? So hope you guys found this video helpful. And yeah, if you want help with your marketing or anything like that, all you have to do is reply and set up, I'll send you a link to set up a discovery call. All right. Cheers.